Rivals Radio.
Welcome back to Rivals Radio with Wally and Dee here on Rivals Broadcast Network.
Great to be back.
Today on Rivals Radio, we're taking a deep dive into the progress of a highly anticipated newcomer
Right.
in the Football Rivals Pro League. Cornerback Raheem Gold.
Indeed. We've been tracking Raheem Gold, came into the league, after a strong showing with the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, you Hawkeyes.
And it's a really pivotal time for these young players. We want to explore how Gold is navigating that huge leap from college ball to the pro league intensity.
Absolutely. There's always like a ton of excitement surrounding these rookie talents, right? But with that comes a lot of scrutiny, a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal today is to really unpack Raheem Gold's journey so far. What's maybe impressed us, what hurdles he's been tackling in his first season.
Yeah, figure out how he's adapting.
Let's maybe start by looking at his foundation, where he came from, college.
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack his college career. So Raheem Gold, standout cornerback, Iowa Hawkeyes. He shared this one moment, a favorite memory, a game where he snagged 2 interceptions, big ones.
2 picks? Wow.
Yeah, in a close game, led to the win. That kind of performance, under pressure, it really shows a player's clutch ability.
Definitely. That's what translates, right? That ability to deliver when it really counts.
Exactly. It's what scouts look for.
So, draft day comes around. How did he feel about where he landed?
Well, it sounds like Gold had a pretty good read on it. He felt his draft spot was, generally where he expected to go,
Right.
which kind of suggests a sure head on his shoulders, right? Understanding his value.
Yeah, that self-awareness is huge, especially for a rookie walking into that environment.
Definitely an asset.
Yeah.
Now, turning to his rookie season performance, and, for those of you wanting the quick snapshot, Gold himself, he's said he's pretty happy with his progress so far.
Okay, happy. That's a good start. But, well, satisfied can mean a lot of things. Let's dig into that. What's behind that feeling, especially given the challenges of moving up? What's been the biggest adjustment for him?
Right, and this is where it gets really interesting, I think. The biggest challenge, just the sheer level of competition, day in, day out. He specifically mentioned the caliber of the wide receivers he's facing now, week in and week out in the Football Rivals Pro League.
Yeah, that makes sense. Experienced guys, top athletes.
Exactly. It just highlights that massive jump in talent. In college, maybe you're the top guy. Here, everyone's got that high-level ability. You have to process faster. Your technique needs to be almost perfect.
It's a whole different ballgame. So, okay, high level of play. How's he finding his place within the team itself, the dynamics?
He feels like he fits in well, team culture, the way they do things. He feels like he belongs.
That's positive.
It really is. In football, that cohesion, communication, it's everything. So a rookie feeling comfortable, that's a big plus. Probably speaks well of the coaches and the vets, too.
For sure. Helps smooth out that transition.
Yeah.
So, good start. Feels like he fits. But improvement never stops, right? Especially not at this level.
Never.
What specific parts of his game is he really zeroing in on? What's he working to refine?
Okay, this gives you some good insight into playing corner in the pros. He's really concentrating on zone coverage skills
Zone, okay.
and his play recognition. Reading the offense, understanding what they're trying to do.
Anticipation.
Exactly. The goal is to get better at anticipating routes, positioning himself better. Ultimately, creating more turnovers, jumping those routes.
Right, being proactive, not just reactive, making those impact plays.
That's the idea, moving beyond just reacting to trying to predict what's coming. Film study, tendencies, all that.
Makes sense. So has he set any specific targets for himself? Measurable goals for the rest of this season?
He has, yeah. Pretty clear, measurable goals. He's aiming for around 4 tackles a game.
All right.
1 pass breakup that's, getting a hand in, preventing the catch per game.
Key to you? Yep.
And 2 interceptions total for the rest of the season.
All right. Concrete numbers. Gives him something to shoot for, shows focus.
Demonstrates a focused approach, for sure.
Now, let's shift gears just a little. It's kind of easy to forget these guys are often huge fans of the game, too.
Oh, yeah.
What does Raheem Gold enjoy most about the league, just from a fan's point of view, watching it?
He mentioned liking the flow of the pro game, how it moves, and just the overall atmosphere, the energy around the games.
Yeah, that electric feeling.
Right. It just kind of underlines that immersive experience the Football Rivals Pro League creates. Even the guys playing in it can still appreciate that buzz.
Totally, it's that shared passion, right? And look, Raheem Gold's story, his rookie experience, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. How does this connect to maybe some broader themes we see in the Football Rivals universe?
Well, it's interesting how his experience lines up with those rookie spotlight features we've seen, like with Johnny Hobbs and Buck McCarthy.
Right, the league highlights those guys.
Exactly. It's a deliberate thing, focusing on these young players, building those narratives for the fans. And what's more, Gold himself kind of ties into that whole create a player mode.
Ah, interesting connection.
Yeah, he's like an example of how these characters, maybe conceived by fans, can actually, rise up and become part of the league's story. It's a pretty unique way the community gets involved.
It really does blur the lines, doesn't it, between playing and following. And underpinning all of it is that intense competition, the passion that defines the league, which Raheem Gold is now right in the middle of, on the field, contributing to those rivalries in the Apex and Nexus conferences.
Exactly. He's not just watching anymore, he's part of it, shaping the drama, the rivalries we fight.
Okay, good stuff. Let's try and wrap this up then. For everyone listening who wants the key points from our Raheem Gold Rookie Spotlight Deep Dive, what are the main takeaways?
Okay, quick summary. Raheem Gold, rookie corner, Iowa, feels he landed in the right draft spot, happy with his season so far. Biggest adjustment: the step up in competition, especially those veteran wide receivers.
Right.
Feels he's fitting in well with his team. He's actively working on improving zone coverage and play recognition, wants to get better at creating turnovers.
Gotcha.
And he set himself some solid goals, tackles, pass breakups, a couple more picks this season. Plus, even as a player, he enjoys the league's flow and atmosphere.
So, bottom line, a focused, self-aware rookie.
Yeah.
Knows the challenges, working hard to improve. Definitely one to keep an eye on as the season unfolds in Apex and Nexus.
For sure, and that leads to something for you, the listener, to think about. How do these individual journeys, right, the challenges, the goals of rookies like Raheem Gold, how does that ultimately shape the bigger picture? The rivalries, the whole landscape we see changing in the Apex and Nexus conferences every week.
Good question.
That constant influx of new talent, their development, that's what keeps it all so dynamic, so interesting.
Some excellent points to chew on there. All right, that brings our deep dive into the Raheem Gold Rookie Spotlight to a close.
Indeed. Always good to check in on these promising young guys.
And that's goodbye from Rivals Radio here on the Rivals Broadcast Network.
It's Rivals Radio.